All right, so warm-up lesson number 4 is a stretch exercise. And the reason we have this one here is just in case the week 1 finger exercises highlighted any problems that you have stretching the fingers or in your hand position. I would also recommend that a stretch exercise like this, that you actually warm up a little bit before you do the stretches. If your hands are cold, or if you're just picking up the guitar for the first time in a few days or something, you don't want to start with trying to stretch your fingers as far as you can. So definitely warm up a little bit with some other things, chords or notes or picking exercises or anything really to get your hands warmed up before you try the stretch. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to 7th position. So that means your first finger is on the 7th fret of the high E string, and you're going to play, put your fingers on 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so that they're all lined up, they're all pressing down the string, the thumb is nice and flat in the back, and you have this hand position here. And the goal is to have your fingers fanned out. So my 2nd and 3rd fingers are pretty much stable and straight, but you notice the 4th finger and the 1st finger are kind of like spread out. And we're not trying to go directly straight, all 4 fingers like this. They're nice and fanned out. And what you're going to do is you're going to play fingers 4, 4, 3, 2, 1 on that first string and maintaining that hand position. Then you're going to go plant on the next string. There is no rhythm for this. There is no specific speed that you have to go. I would go slow, but you take your time, set your hand up on the next string. Next one, fan them out, stretch them out. Next one, and do that all the way to the low E string. Then what you can do with that one is maybe try it at a lower position, maybe the 5th position the next time, and then maybe the 3rd, and then the 1st, where the stretch is the largest. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to try to stretch the 1st finger out a little bit more. So let's go back to our 7th position on the high E string, 7, 8, 9, 10, and plant all those down. Then what we're going to do is take your 1st finger and reach back to the 6th fret and see if you can just open that up a little bit more. And you're still planting all the fingers, you still have them all down. All right, so once you have that, let's play each note and see if they're working. 10th fret, 9, 8, and then a reach to 6. All right, and then you can set that up and then on the next string. 10, 9, 8, 6, with that nice gap between 1 and 2. All right, now if this seems like too far of a stretch and it's starting to hurt your hand or your wrist, I would just say stop and come back to it later. So now what we're going to try to do is gradually work the hand into the larger frets with these bigger stretches. And so this is how we're going to do it. Play on the high E string, 7, 8, 9, 10, kind of have your all of your fingers down like that. And what we're going to do is reach back for that 6th fret again, and then play the frets 10, 9, 8, 7. Leave your 1st finger where it is and bring the other fingers closer to it. So now that we're on 6, 7, 8, 9, and play those. All right, and then what we're going to do is put those fingers back down, reach back to fret 5, and now we're on 9, 8, 7, 5. Leave that 1st finger where it is and bring these one closer. So now we have 8, 7, 6, 5. All right, put them back down, reach back to the 4th fret now. It should be getting a little bit harder because the frets are wider. So we have 8, 7, 6, 4. Bring these fingers closer. So now we have 7, 6, 5, 4. And put them back down, reach to the 3rd fret. 7, 6, 5, 3. Bring these closer. 6, 5, 4, 3. Put these back down and reach to the 2nd fret. 6, 5, 4, 2. Bring these back over. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last big stretch now. 5, 4, 3, 1. Bring these over. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, something to notice about the way that my first finger stretches back. You notice that I'm playing on the side of my finger to make this stretch work. So if I put a line on my finger, there's a little divot right here. I'm not trying to play directly on the front, the tip of my finger. I'm actually laying it on the side in order to facilitate this stretch. If I try to play directly on the first finger, and it's really curled and I can't actually make this stretch. So what you want to do is like point. It's almost like you're pointing to your tuning pegs. Try that. Take your first finger off and point at your tuning pegs. And that's going to put your finger on a sideways pattern, and that's what you want. That's the way that you want your first finger to lay so you can stretch. So give this one a shot on each string, all right, or maybe one string a day. You don't do this for more than like 4 or 5 minutes. It's just going to hurt your hand. So maybe another day try, let's say, the A string. And so on. That way you can feel how this stretch feels on a variety of strings. All right, so give this one a try. It's not a drill that you're going to want to try fast. You want to try it slowly and in short practice sessions here and there. It's something you can keep coming back to try to correct your first finger stretching and the separation of the fingers, and that way it's constant remediation on your hand position just to make sure that everything is working properly. And again, short sessions on this. Don't do this for way too long. And if your hand starts to really hurt, then best thing is to stop, take a break, and then go back to a different session or a different material that you're practicing. And we'll see you in the next one.